Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this first inaugural leadership training. We wanted to get the leaders together. When we say leaders, we're talking about people who are goal builders and above. People who are goal builders and above, that already means they've shown leadership skills in becoming leaders here in our amazing team, Travel Pro Lifestyle. And our first inaugural leadership training happens today, right now, with the amazing Jackie. Now, Jackie is moments away from becoming what we call a director in training, meaning she's a personally goal builder. She's sponsored 9 people, become a goal builder, and she has a team of 50 active ITAs. So Jackie's moments away from becoming a director in training, meaning she's halfway to becoming that one-star director, making a solid full-time income, minimum 1,000 a month. She's one of the most phenomenal leaders in my team. I get to work personally with her as a personal mentor. I'm honored, to be working with someone who has such professionalism, an amazing corporate background in IT. She's brought those skill sets, her personality, her drive, her dedication, her coachability into Planet Marketing. The reason why Jackie is making more money than most people that I work with is the coachability. The reason why I make more money than most people that I know is because of coachability. You see, it's a chain of command. Donald Bradley, that's my father figure in the business. I follow him, Jackie follows me, right? And if Jackie's following me, that means she's following Donald because I'm not going to say something different to what Donald says, right? Donald's a millionaire. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I'm not going to change what Donald's done. What Donald's done, yes, he may not be the number one social media guru, but this is a relationship business. Donald Bradley built relationships with a Shevit White, a David DaCosta, because Donald Bradley told Shevit White to walk away from £35,000 a month from one company into his company, Planet Marketing. Donald Bradley told me to walk away from £9,000 a month. Now, doesn't sound as much today, but back then, when I first started making £9,000 a month in network marketing in another company, that was the first time I've ever seen that money. My, I was talking about my story. I was making £900 a month to £9,000 a month, and someone was able to tell me walk away from that. That's equivalent to you win the lottery, you win the lottery again, you win the lottery again, and someone says, hey, those tickets, those winning tickets, throw them in the bin, burn them, and play the lottery one more time. You'll win again. And you're like, well, the chances of me winning the lottery in the first place is slim. Chances of me winning the lottery twice is very, very slim. Chances of me winning the lottery 3 times very, 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 very slim, and you're saying to throw away those tickets and play the lottery again, start from scratch a fourth time. Not really going to happen. I'm more likely to get struck by lightning 17 times than to win the lottery 4 months in a row, right? So I was making £9,000 a month. I walked away from that income to join Donald Bradley in Planet Marketing, where I've been able to make more money than I can ever imagine. Coachability, and that is Jackie's number one skill set. Just being coachable, and that's why she's so successful here in Planet Marketing. And again, I'm doing this long introduction just to help you guys understand the only reason why you have an upline is the upline has already done it. They want you to win because when Jackie starts earning my current income, when Jackie gets to a six-figure income, it makes me a millionaire. Would I like to be a millionaire? Yes. One of the ways I can be a millionaire is by helping lots of people. I don't need to help lots of people. I might just help one Jackie. So when your upline is coaching you, mentoring you, helping you to elevate, they really want you to make a lot of money. Why? Because they want to make a lot of money. Simple game of follow the leader. Who wouldn't want to become a millionaire? And one of the best ways to become a millionaire in Planet Marketing is to help other people. And I'm personally going to help Jackie to become one of our next directors. And when you hear her training, you're going to see why she's going to be one of our next directors because she's been working on her craft. She wasn't always confident. She wasn't always knowledgeable about the business, but she's been studying her craft in Planet Marketing. She's been consistent, and that's the reason why, she's doing very well in the business today. So I'm honored and very, very excited to bring Jackie to the line. She, again, is one of my business partners who has taken that leadership to the next level, and she's going to be training on a topic which is very, very important. Handling objections. One of the biggest things in this business is someone says, I'm not going to join your business because, and whatever they say after that is normally nonsense, right? I've heard the most silly objections because for me, I'm biased. Yes, this business has changed my life. But when you look at my life and my lifestyle, um, when you look at my life and my lifestyle, this business literally costs, I think, less than these. Some healthy supplement pills and some basic diesel perfume spray. These two random supplements I just pulled off my desk costs about the same as my business, but my business has helped me to be able to start buying properties around the world, help me to earn a six-figure income, to have my mum in a much better place, have my family in a place where dad can be a full-time dad. Dad just doesn't have any paternity leave of 2 weeks. No, dad can take 2 years. Dad can earn more in a month than, what my dad would have earned sometimes in a year, right? Off a tiny investment. For me, this business makes sense. So when some people say silly, crazy objections as to why not to join, we want to dispel those things. So I'm going to pass over to our amazing goal builder on her way to becoming director in training, Jackie. So Jackie, thank you so much, and I'll pass over to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, David. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear. Take it away.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening. And thank you for making the time this evening to be with us. We are going to be strong for, I think, probably about just over 30 minutes. So bear with me. I'm going to share my screen straight to the point now. And here we go. Here we go. Thank you so much again, David, for such a fantastic introduction. Tell me when you can see my screen.
It's just loading at the moment. Are you on your laptop? Oh, I can see your screen. Okay. Yep, there we go. All good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now this is something that I've had on my heart for quite a while to share with my team, to share with everybody, but I didn't have all the questions quite to the T. All the responses, sorry, quite to the T. So all of this has kind of built over a period of time, the period of time that I've been in the business. I've been collecting all of these kind of snippets and learning from David, from all the people, all the leaders that I've listened to. Now, one of the events that we had where we had the six-figure earners on stage as they do, giving their presentations. And one of the ones that really stuck with me was Rachel Lauji. She said, there is no way you can fail in your business if you have the responses to all the objections that any prospect could give you. And she said there are only 15 objections, 15 possible objections that anyone could come up with. And once you have those answers, you're flying because your confidence level kind of goes out through the roof. You're bolder, the way that you dress and talk about your business. It's just completely different because now you know the answers to these, and it just makes you unstoppable. So, and I know a number of people stop themselves speaking to people because they're like, what if they said this? I don't know what the answer is. If they said they don't have any money, I don't know what to say to that. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to be clear today. Absolutely clear today. After the session today, you're going to be spot on and you'll be the expert. I'll be coming to you actually to give me some answers. You might come up with some new ones actually over a period of time. So let's transform your challenges into opportunities to build a path for your future. Okay, so within network marketing, there are so many objections. So when you're building your network marketing business, you will encounter a number of people saying, like David said, oh, I won't join because, and the reasons could be valid, could not be valid. It doesn't matter. From your perspective, you're just sharing. And sharing is really your number one skill. Share and respond appropriately. So this presentation will cover your effective responses to the most common objections that your prospects could possibly have. Okay, and it will give you wings, like Red Bull. This will give you wings. So the first biggest objection is, this is a pyramid scheme, isn't it? the first response here with this question or this objection is pyramid schemes are illegal, you know. Actually, maybe the first question could be, what do you believe a pyramid scheme is? Because most people that use that term don't actually know what pyramids mean. So, your response from an IntelliTravel agent perspective, you can talk about your IntelliTravel business being an ATOL and APTA registered company in the UK, having CLIA, which is for your cruise lines, and that's a global accreditation, and the BBB for the US. Now, no scam company can have this because these accreditations cost thousands and thousands of pounds. And once you register as an IntelliTravel agent, the government in the US sends you a form that allows you to register your business so that you can pay the appropriate taxes. If this was a scam, definitely the government won't be doing that, right? So from a business, from a travel perspective, that's the biggest evidence that you can do, or rather I should say the biggest response that you can give to this challenge or this objection. From the marketing perspective, you can just go straight to the fact that the people who started the business with Donald Bradley in 2015, gosh, they're earning six figures. But in 2019, there was a lady called Rachel Lauchi who joined the business and in 2024 became the very first millionaire in the UK. How is that possible? If this was a pyramid where the guy at the top is earning the most and the guys at the bottom are earning little, there is no way on earth that would possibly happen. So we have, and now we have, I think we have 3 millionaires in the UK now. And yeah, find the evidence and back that one up. But those are the two responses to this objection that really gives you wings. It gives you that confidence to be able to talk. And you can talk boldly because you know what the response is. So the second objection here is, I don't have time. How many times have we heard that? Your response to this prospect could be, and of course, remember, you're responding to the prospect, not a generic response, but because you know the person, you might tailor it accordingly. They might not have children. So look, using that line about waiting for your children when they're playing football wouldn't work for them. But you could ask them, do you watch TV? Do you go to the bathroom? Do you take bathroom breaks? There are so many ways. You do have time. You just, not to be rude or anything, you just haven't planned your time properly, you know. And truly, that's really the reason why people who say they don't have time, they haven't planned or managed their time or their activities properly, so they're always chasing their tail. But anyway, that's another story. But for this response, you're really helping them find those hidden times. Some people spend hours watching Netflix series. Come on, that's dead time that you could be using to grow your business, you know. And so there's some, you could also give evidence of some part-time success stories where some of the earners in our business have built their empire on a part-time basis. Actually 99%, Donald Bradley actually says 99% of the business owners within our business have been doing it part-time. And they do it part-time until their business gets a certain income that passes their full-time job, and then they quit their full-time job to focus fully on their travel. So that's another evidence, right? And then quality over quantity. We don't need 40 hours like we do for our 9 to 5. We just need 30 minutes or an hour a day or a week. It just depends on how fast the person wants to grow. So you're giving them these options to help them see, oh, there is a possibility here. Oh, yes, I do drop my kids at football. And in that hour, what am I doing? Scrolling on Netflix, or no, scrolling on Instagram, or chatting with my friend. I could run my business that way. And my kids is playing football. Gosh, an hour and a half, 3 times a week, that's a lot of time. So people that say they don't have time have not planned their time properly. Now, objection number 3. This is a good one because lots of people say, "Oh, I'm not a salesperson. I can't talk to people and blah, blah, blah." Now, have you ever been to the cinema to watch a movie and shared it with somebody, even your neighbor who you don't even talk to all the time? You could say, "Oh, have you been to the cinema lately? I went to watch, I don't know what the latest cinema movie is, but I went to watch this movie and it was fantastic." Or you could share a restaurant that you went to with your friends to your neighbor or to your friends. "Oh, I went to this new Nigerian restaurant down the road in central London. They're Michelin star, blah, blah, blah." You could talk about that. They're not paying you to share their business. IntelliTravel is paying us to share the business. So imagine if you're sharing the latest fashion or the latest newest restaurant or the latest movies or the fantastic series on Netflix. I've been in rooms where people are really having long conversations about series on Netflix, series on Netflix, and talking about the hooks and the storylines, and it's just mind-boggling. But that's, again, we're doing that sales for those companies and they're not paying us, but IntelliTravel pay us. So this is another fantastic response to people who say they're not salespeople. We're selling all the time, absolutely all the time. So the next objection is, I don't know enough people on social media. Now, how many of you have started your business and gone straight to social media to share? No, you're not doing that. Even when you go to the nice restaurants, you're not going on social media to share. You're telling your sister or your brother or your cousin, or you're sharing with your mom or your dad, and telling them about this new whatever it is, shoe shop that you saw, or this new restaurant, anywhere and anything, you're sharing with the people close, near and dear to you. So with our business, when we start, we're not necessarily broadcasting it on social media, except we might have a big following. There's some people that are, what do you call them? Oh gosh, oh my God, what are they called? Social media people, the oh, what's the word? I've forgotten the word. But you know what I mean? Like influencers, that's the word. Online influencers. Yeah. So the online influencers, they already have a following and they would share whatever it is that they're doing. But then whatever they're sharing, those companies are paying them to do that sharing on their platforms. So in this instance with our business, we're only sharing with the people near and dear to us, right? And our work colleagues. And truly, it's really about expanding your mind past social media. Our lives are not always built on social media. Most people who start our business are starting with a close inner circle and sharing that way. And you're doing one person at a time, one person at a time. And that one person could have a link to 10,000 people. So social media is not really our number one when we start our business. And that kind of will reduce the pressure on the person or the prospect who you're talking to. And it'll actually help you to understand that truly this is just the sharing business and you're sharing with one person at a time, right? So the next objection, I forgot to say that at the end we might have space for questions. If you have any concerns and anything that I haven't covered in this whole list of 15 objections, please let me know at the end. Okay, objection number 5. I don't have enough money to invest. Now, this one it's an interesting one because yes, some people may not have 156 pounds, and some people may. Some people may have to go and find 156 pounds, and some people may not. But if you think about it, whatever we're spending on those impulse purchases, those entertainment pieces, anything that we're doing for pleasure, it only gives us pleasure in the short term. This business investing 156 pounds or $199 in the US, this business gives us returns for the long term. And so I would say to this prospect, consider this is a one-time investment of £156, and it continues to pay us for years and years to come. So imagine your millionaire that you talked about earlier on, who joined in 2019, who's earning over 120,000 a month, or even just this little guy who's earning £1,000 a month. Between those two skills, they both paid £156, and they both continuing to pay their monthly subscription. What an investment. I'm sorry. When you imagine 156 plus 46, and then in the long run, you're earning 120,000 a month. Come on, this is almost like, I don't want to say it's a no-brainer, but it is actually a no-brainer. So when you break it down like that, the prospect may rethink and try to maybe reprioritize where they're spending, because are we spending or investing? Maybe that's the question here. Get them to think, are they spending or investing? Investing makes so much sense, not just for this business, but generally. What are we spending our money on? Or what are we investing our money on? IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing is one that pays you so much more than your investment. Now, the next objection is the market is saturated. This is a good one. And the example that comes to mind all the time for me is, especially even before I came across Planet Marketing, the response that I always had when people said, oh, I don't want to start a business because everyone's doing it. The example I always go to is, remember the department stores, all those perfumes on the shelves, none of them have stopped. None of them have stopped. And they're still making more perfume, more fragrances. Even the same brand has like 20 different fragrances, you know, different brands of different names. So Gucci has, I don't know how many different fragrances in the shops. All of the perfume companies never stop making perfume. And they don't care for the competition because there is something for everyone, right? You can't just make one perfume and expect everyone to like it. Not everyone would like it. So that's the more the merrier in the market, because people are born every day. People move to different areas. People need different things at different times. And the market can never be saturated because there's always something for everyone. And remember, as a business owner, your voice is unique. You don't sound like the next guy. So your voice is unique, and what you bring to the person you're talking to is unique. So that rapport and that relationship and your story and the connection actually reaches different people. So I might be talking to David today. He might not like the sound of my voice, and he might not buy what I'm talking to him about. But I might be talking to maybe Shay or Jill, and Jill might like the sound of my voice, and she might like my story, and she might warm to me, and so there is always something for everyone. So whoever says to you that, oh, the market is saturated, get them to think again. Really, really get them to think again that there is something for everyone. And not everyone likes travel, maybe, but everyone wants to invest. Everyone wants to grow. No one says no to more money. I bet you. If you've met anyone that says no to more money, please tell me. I want to meet them. The next objection is I have kids. Now, when we started this business, there is a starter pack. In the starter pack, there is a question in there that asks what your why is. Now, most people say, I want to build a legacy for my kids. But then there are also some people that say, oh, I need to take my kids to football, so I cannot do my business, and I haven't been able to maintain the time and So they're using their kids as excuses not to progress and grow. Whereas at the start, they used their kids as the reason why they needed to grow and invest and build a legacy and give their kids a different future. So in the UK, the first UK millionaire, again, like I mentioned, Rachel Lalji, she had, when she joined, her kids were under 10. Now they're above 10, but no, I think only one is just above 10. But when she joined, her kids were under 10, and she had four of them. And she had a husband, and she had to manage her home, but she endured and she grew her business to 120 and above, 120,000 and above every single month. That for me is just so inspiring. And every time I want to give myself an excuse, I remember her. I only have two kids and they're not even below 10. They're teenagers already. And so I have no excuse. When I want to give myself excuses, I remember Rachel. I absolutely remember Rachel. So when you're talking to your prospect who's telling you, oh, I have 10,000 kids or 7 kids or whatever the story is, it's just a story. It's just a story. Get them to think from a different perspective and use the kids as a driving force, because it's how do I say it? This opportunity is really, 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 really worthwhile for people who have kids, because you are building a legacy. We are building a legacy for the next generation and the generations to come, for kids that we don't even know. We may never meet. Do you know what I mean? So this truly is a no-brainer. So the people that say they have kids, they haven't really thought really hard about what they mean and what they want. So the next objection, I've done network marketing before and it didn't work. So my question to this prospect would be, oh, what was the company? Was it right for your life at that time? Did they have a mentorship program structure? What was their compensation plan? Did you have all the support that you needed? All of those questions. And as they're responding to you, you can go back to them and say, well, IntelliTravel does that. Oh, IntelliTravel does that. Oh, Planet Marketing does that. Oh, yes, Planet Marketing does that. So every single response and the negativity that they're bringing, just bring in your positivity with IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing, and you're away. It's just so, this is an easy one. This is such an easy one because we have all the answers. And truly, Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel are such a solid company, such two solid companies that really take care of their business partners, because they're in the business to make and impact the world. This is impacting the world, right? And I know you know that. So anyway, this is my response to the objection. They don't have trust in the marketing plan, in network marketing. The next one is my family and friends don't support me. So this one, for me, I would use my own personal story. When I started my business, I shared it with, gosh, I think I had 85 people on my list. 25 probably came. And out of the 25, none of them responded, apart from maybe 8 responded to me and said, good luck. They didn't even say, oh, let me join or let me find out more. They all said, oh, good luck on your new venture. But we know that our family are watching. We know that our family are waiting. They're either waiting for us to succeed or they're waiting for us to fail so that they could say, oh, I told you so. Because lots of my family members have said, oh my God, you're super educated. What the hell are you doing network marketing? You know, but that's another angle. So we could go that way and tell that story, but your growth will happen anyway. It's not a fault of my family members. It's just because my family members have only known me as an IT consultant. And truly, I've gone to school and done the degree, got the job. And over the last, I'm sure, more than up to 20 years, I've been in that IT space. So the people that I know only know me as that IT person, not a business owner, not even travel. Do you know what I mean? So if you come from that perspective, truly the people that you know only know you as whatever it is that you have been doing. Some may be housewives, some may be career people, but maybe a lot of them may not be travel entrepreneurs, working and earning money from home at ease, and most network marketing leaders actually face this skepticism. So I felt comfortable because I felt I was alone, but after speaking to David and a number of other leaders, I realized, oh, this is normal. This is absolutely normal. So you don't really need this universal approval. As long as you have that belief and strength in yourself, then the sky's the limit. You can just keep going and keep going and keep going. At the back of your mind, not saying I'll show you, but at the back of your mind, having that confidence and trust in your ability and trust and belief in the business that you've joined will take you from strength to strength. And remember, you're also stressing the fact that this business has such a solid support structure from the leaders to the next business partner that joined on the same day as you. Everyone's helping each other and helping each other grow. This is the number one benefit. For me, that's the biggest benefit. The people in this business, yes, everyone's earning and growing, but everyone's supporting each other. They don't even necessarily have to be in the same team, but they're supporting each other. And that's second to none. You can't buy that. And anyone you're talking to about that and mention that, trust me, they will sit up and listen. They will listen some more. So I will move on to objection 10. I don't have a social media following. Again, there was a previous question that kind of touched on social media. But again, truly social media is not mandatory. We're speaking to our neighbor, we're speaking to our friends. If we picked up our iPhone at any point in time and looked at our contacts, we have probably, some people have more than 1,000 people on their contacts, just on their iPhone. And you can talk to those people, and truly, you never know. One might say yes out of 1,000, for example. And that one that says yes may have 1 million followers on social media. So it doesn't really matter. All you're doing is talking to one person. So that's your response to this for your prospect to this objection. Now, objection number 11, your prospect may come back to you and say, oh, the holidays are too expensive and I don't really travel. And they might be really saying, I'm not interested in traveling. It's not for me. And your response may be, okay, you might not be interested in traveling, but you might have clients and friends and family who want to travel, who want to benefit from this business. So sharing this is truly, truly going to benefit you. You don't have to be the product of the product. You don't have to learn. You don't have to live what it is you're selling. You just have to believe in it and the benefits that it brings to the lives of people around you. And that's my response to this objection. Now, objection number 12, I have a full-time job. This again is talking to the fact about time. It talks to the same objection about not having time. People who have a full-time job are the best to do this business because they're already busy and they know how to manage their time and find those pockets and windows of 10 minutes, 30 minutes to speak to or send a message to their auntie or some friend who mentioned travel or some social media post that talked about travel. They have time to do that, either on the toilet while the kids are at football or while they're on their lunch break at work. There is actually a business partner that I heard her story. She actually had a really, really busy full-time job and she started this business. You know what she used to do? She also had kids. She would wake up at 6 in the morning, do her uh, daily method of operation, her DMO, for 30 minutes. 6:30, go wake up her kids, get her kids ready to go to school, drop her kids, go to work. In her lunch break, do her catch up on what messages she had sent at 6 a.m. Imagine that. Respond to those messages in her lunch break, come back from her work, pick up her kids, come back home, and then do the whole mommy wife thing till probably 10 p.m. and in the evening do another 30 minutes. For me, I take my hat off to that woman. So people who have full-time jobs, they absolutely know how to manage their time, especially when they see the benefit of the work that they're doing. So that's my response to this. It's a benefit. I actually, this the second one is the income security. So you can enjoy the benefits of your full-time job and the income, the salary that you get from your full-time job while you're building your business, you know, so you don't have the pressure. Your prospects, you're talking to your prospect now, they won't have the pressure of, oh, when is the money coming, or when is my commission going to land in my account, or when is this and when is that. Having a job actually takes that pressure off, and it allows you to do your business with ease. So the next objection, I've put them both together. It's one that we mentioned before, the pyramid scheme. Again, we're mentioning our Atoll and Apter, Clear and BBB, and the people who joined. So remember, with the pyramid scheme response, you've got two parts of your business, the travel side and the marketing side. The travel side has the accreditation with the Atoll and Apter, and the marketing side has the comparison with the people who started in 2015 compared to the person who joined in 2019, being a millionaire today. And then your scam response, there are $200 billion. This is a $200 billion business. There is no scam out there that's worth 200 billion. This business is on the IRS website. It's, you can go do your research. Just tell your prospect, go do your research and come back to me and tell me if this is a scam. You know, the people that do speak like this haven't done their research. So just kindly, lovingly tell them there might be some misunderstanding. This is not an illegitimate business. It is a very solid one. And the last one is, again, the reviews. Get them to do their research. McDonald's has been going for centuries. They ain't closing. They're still creating millionaires out there. They're franchises that are running and have been going for God knows decades, but they still have haters who are sending and writing messages online and criticisms online about the food, the quality of the food. Some people like it, some people don't. In the same way in teletravel, some people like planet marketing or network marketing, and some people don't. So you must encourage your prospect to go and do some research. Truly, truly do some research. And remember, your direct attention to the successful stories is more positive. So whenever they're coming with the negative story, find the positive story, either yours or borrow somebody else's, and share that positive story with them. And this is my last slide. And I say thank you. Thank you for listening, guys. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm going to open the floor for any questions. Please, 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 please ask any questions at all. If you're still there. Are you still there? Yes, we are still here. Okay, I'm going to unmute everyone. And please, please ask. If you have any questions, please do ask.